Hey, Bohemia with Bohemian Stars and Ocean Art Readings. And today we're going to go ahead and do a reading to see how can we heal from our mistakes. Because those happen in life, and whether great or small, we have to learn, we have to apply wisdom, apologize to ourselves and others, and just really partake in that process for our best growth and evolution. So that's what we're going to check in with. We have 4 decks here. All right, all of my self-created decks here. We have the Asase Duru, we have the All Winter Oracle, the Honeydrip, and the Pretty Wild Bugs Oracle. Go ahead and choose one of those decks. There'll be a link down below so you can see more about them if you're interested. And I will see you on your timestamp. Alright, for those of you who chose the Asase Oracle, let's see, how can you heal from your mistakes? Alright, how can you heal from your mistakes? Heal from our mistakes. Okay, we already have some cards flipping over. Community, spirit crew. So all of your guides, deities, angels, ancestors, deities, spirit beings here. The matrix. So the answer here is to not stop with a little bit of growth in order to maintain a certain acceptance from a certain community, but to continue with it. So what can happen is sometimes we might know who will forgive us to a certain degree for something, or who will just kind of co-sign a certain level of forgiveness, whether we've actually, truly had remorse and made an attempt to heal a situation, right? We can know who will kind of let us slide and glide on certain things, what societal constructs, religions, friend groups, chat groups, or whatever will allow us to slide. So this is saying, instead of doing that, make sure that we fully deprogram all of this energy, that we fully unplug from any systems that created that behavior and helped us have that behavior in the first place. That we really make sure that any community that we're around is really healed community. And it says if you're unsure about this, continue to do divination. Are these people a good influence? Basically, what your spirit crew is telling you to do is make sure you're around those who do request that you have true accountability. And that is something that is a huge blessing, although it can be frustrating and, nerve-wracking to go through that. Having those that we can turn to and be like, friend, like, really, am I doing enough to heal this rift? Have I really paid my dues? Do I need to be doing more? What can I do to better myself in this situation? What can I do to better perfect myself in this situation? Excuse me, I'm reaching for a tarot deck over here. Is really what is needed to do, okay? Go ahead and pull a tarot card as well here. All right. 9 of Wires, okay? Yeah, so this is saying it's important to acknowledge those who can have trauma or triggers or, a whole bunch of, connecting points that still exist, a whole system wired based upon the, mistakes that you could have created. This could be within yourself, this could be others that were affected in seen and unseen ways, where it's not necessarily easy to undo that system of what that created, unplug the wire, clip the right wire so that the bomb doesn't explode kind of energy. However, with those around us who do authentically give us feedback on our person, but with love and respect, but expecting us to have responsibility and accountability, that can help us to truly become uncrossed from something and help free up others that we may have hurt from our mistake as well. And that's going to bring you to more open roads, and it's going to make you not to hide from yourself spiritually. So that's the advice here. Seek true friendship, true community and counseling that's going to hold you accountable. Face your apprehensions like you're so bravely doing now, and use your divination resources to give you more and more truth and guidance. And look for where, there could be others that really need an apology, who are really, traumatized by what happened and what has gone down, and that could have crossed their path and yours. And find ways while you're currently in this lifetime to heal things and make amends in those degrees Your spirit crew is still here, showing you a lot of guidance and love and support, and asking that you continue to deprogram. Although it can be painful to look at things, it's more painful to stay in an unhealed state and in a state where you might hurt yourself or others more. So they do encourage you to continue doing this work and really, commend you for utilizing divination in a way to truly heal something and to truly grow. All right. So that's what I'm seeing for this pile. Thank you for coming to this reading. I trust it was helpful. Thank you to your spirit crew. And I'll talk to you again on another one. All right. For those of you who chose the All Winter Oracle, how can you heal and make amends for this mistake? Heal and make amends. Mask. You have to show who you really are. You have to take off the security of the mask. What you can hide behind, how you can get away with it, things of that nature. You have to come clean, so that you can have true guidance and authentic exchange. So for example, people apologize often, but they still have their mask on. They still have their armor, their defense, right? And they're very quick to like snap back into that. So it's like someone's apologizing to you, but you feel the need to coddle them. They're saying when this occurs and when you're correcting your mistake, don't wear that kind of mask. Really go ready to be teachable, ready to authentically exchange with, the person. This could say literally go bearing gifts as well. Show you, hey, this is what I have learned from this. Here's my true apology. Here's my apology gift. I'm here to authentically exchange. We have the glyph of the planet, not the glyph, the orbital pattern there, the flower of life that the planet Venus makes in orbit. So this is saying, listen to any party that might have been wronged in that decision. Listen to their wants and needs. And this could be yourself as well. If you're the only person who the mistake was against yourself, listen to your higher self's wants and needs. You might not want to remember what happened, but in order to unblock your roads, they mentioned that in the last group as well, it's important that you do allow yourself to remember what happened and pay attention to that so that you can move forward. It's like, don't rush through the transition. Don't rush through the apology. Don't rush through the cleaning up of what needs to go on, or hide from it, or pretend, oh, it wasn't really me. I don't know who did that, teacher. I don't know who broke such and such in class. It's like, be real and authentically come forward. You broke something in your teacher's classroom, let's say, right? This is saying, like, replace it and come and say, I'm sorry about that. I know we weren't supposed to be messing around in the lab like that, and I get it. I really wasn't letting it register before, and just be authentic about things, because it could be also this person already knows that you're guilty if you thought you got away with something, or it could come back around the information that you're hiding in some way, and somebody who is making decisions or is meant to guide you or help you in some way could find out. And if they find out in a way without you telling them, it could end up being that you don't get an opportunity. So it's better for you to bring it to the table and exchange that information, or disclose what happened, and say the truth on it and make your amends if need be, or whatever it is, than to let somebody else have an aha moment, maybe on some partial misinformation as well from somebody else, and then feel as if they can't have an authentic exchange with you. Okay, let's go ahead and get a tarot card as well. How can we heal from this mistake and move on? There's definitely a lot of wisdom in this situation for you to get. Okay, Ace of Swords, knowledge and wisdom, communication, the empowering of voices, the empowering of listening. There could be some healing that can be done through writing, through the voice. So maybe you're a songwriter, you're an author, a poet, or you just journal, or however it is, there could be some way that this could be healing in some kind of way for others as well. If you write things down, if you process your thoughts, if you share the wisdom of your experience and your mistakes. For example, maybe this is a financial exchange and you do have to correct the balance and whatever happened, but then you'll tell other people, oh, this is how I learned to be a better boss and run my business better, and you might lead others or teach others from your experience. So that could definitely be a possibility as well. All right, so that's what I'm seeing for this group. Thank you to your good spirit crew and for you coming through, caring to look into these things. I wish you all the best healing, meditation, and things will be really good for this group as well, by the way. And I will talk to you again on another one. Bye. For those of you who chose the Honeydrip Oracle, how can you heal from this mistake? How can you heal from this mistake? Acclamation reverse. Thoughts reversed. You guys have to get out of your head and apply yourself to your goal more. There can be things that are never going to go back exactly as they were. Yeah, exactly in the way that they were. This is saying to rest less. Stop focusing on rest and focus on your goals. Focus on moving forward. Focus on healing your relationships and having action steps in your relationships. Stop focusing on being celebrated or like having like a big forgiveness or a big ta-da, look, I overcame a mistake, and instead work on getting things done. A little tougher message for this group. Okay, it's like you have portals of opportunity to get back on the right path and get things done, but that doesn't mean that, worship and adoration and respect and trust are just going to be handed to you. Some of those things you might never get back in full. Some things you might have a long path before you can, earn those back at all. But there are still goals that you need to pay attention to. There could be responsibilities and obligations and devotion and duty that is necessitated from you. It's like get out of your head, trying to overly burden yourself or overly punish yourself, and in a way kind of turning yourself into a false martyr about this mistake isn't helping yourself or anyone else. So it's time to not stay in this stagnation of being too restful, too punishing, too procrastinating to yourself. It's also not a time to be celebrating. This is a good example. I love using sports examples and artistic examples. Y'all know it. This is like if you mess up in a big game and your teammates looking at you like, what is wrong with you? How could you do us like that? Like that was really a ridiculous choice that you just made. And you're just trying to like force everybody to just like get over that, that you broke out into a fight or something, or whatever it is. And you're just wanting them to worship you because you made a free throw. And they're like, no, it's not the time for that. Like, you really let us down when we were behind. You've been costing us games. Like, it's really not the time for us to have to cheer you on. Like, it's really not the time for us to have to let you lay about and be comfortable. Like, we shouldn't have to ask you to be in the gym right now. We shouldn't have to praise you for 5 minutes of a good attitude or you thinking positively or healthy. Like, you should be proving that yourself. We shouldn't have to say nothing. You should be in the gym before and after we leave. That's the kind of mentality y'all need to have right now. Is not saying, oh well, if you made this mistake in a relationship or whatever, okay, so you need to be focusing on having healthier relationships. Stop tit for tatting. Stop trying to tell you what the other person's doing. Well, they were in a bad mood today too, this and that. You need to keep your mentality in a good place. Stop expecting to, for them to treat you with the same love and devotion that they did before you burned them. That kind of thing is what's important here. And, stop trying to skip ahead to all the happy parts when we're still not able to get certain goals completed, like the celebrations for when we get the championship, not just when we do, the bare minimum that we're supposed to do. This is the kind of tough love attitude that your spirit crew is bringing right now. This is what you need to heal, to focus on actually achieving what you need to get your mind right, to make sure you're not just resting on your laurels or wallowing in your mistakes, or placing blame upon even those that you might have wronged, adding punishment to mistake, that kind of thing, and wasting time. Yeah, here, Two of Wands reversed. You need to make better decisions. You have your free will. You don't need to be exploding or, falling to pieces or whatever. You have to get your head right. You got to get your temper under control. You have to get your passive aggressive 1 minute, very active 1 minute, really stagnant kind of vibe like you got to get in control and make actions, decisive actions that you follow through on. 100%. You need to make decisions and just pick a path and move forward towards some healthy goals and just show that you're going to lead yourself and carry yourself in a good way. Action is leadership. Action is apology right now. Action is showing wisdom, healing, and growth. You have portals of opportunity, but who knows how long you'll have the opportunity to correct these mistakes and move forward in a healthy way. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for this read. I appreciate y'all listening to that, especially if you made it through to the end. And I thank you for your spirit crew giving you, real talk on how you can heal and handle this situation. All right, like, share, subscribe, and comment if you'd like to. And I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye. All right. For those who chose the Pretty Wild Bugs Oracle, let's go ahead and see what are the ways to heal here from this mistake. All right, patience is the challenge. You can't rush other people's patience with you, and you have to have patience yourself with the process. I see that a lot where people, they get tired of feeling guilty, or they want to hurry up and fast forward past where they made a mistake or whatever, and they get very mad that somebody else hasn't processed it yet, is still upset, something of that nature. So you have to challenge yourself to have proper patience as you correct your mistakes. Maybe you made a mistake on your painting and it's a very practical answer. You're like, how do I fix this? With a lot more patience, okay? And not rushing more and creating more mistakes because of the mistakes that were already made, okay? Everyday joy needs to be tapped into again. Yeah, it's saying you can't rewind. You can't just push a magical button and rewind. But we have to find a way to be back in a positive flow. We have to find a way to bring some happiness and successful thinking to the situation, some good luck, even some romanticism to the situation will be positive. No, it's not as simple as just dress pretty and now everything's fine, but having the mentality that we're looking truly positively towards things, we can see a better end. That's kind of having a romantic viewpoint, they say, like a romantic way of thought. That is something that is very, very important, okay? They're saying what you don't want to do right now is to go stagnant and be very dormant in the situation, okay? Because that's not going to allow you to make the correct preparations that you need to. Again, it's going to make you rush. I just keep getting the example of a painter who gets very upset that they've kind of ruined their painting, and then going to correct it, they start getting annoyed again, and then they make another mistake and another mistake. So, the painting could be your business, it could be your finances, your relationship. And it's saying don't rush trying to fix that error. Be patient and take care bit by bit as it's revealed to you how you can best set things back in focus, okay? Because you can't just go back to a blank canvas. Even if you paint it all over, it's never going to be a truly blank canvas, right? Many a great painter, a legendary painter, has been, I don't know, made a fool of, but has been busted by when they x-ray and, view with technology the different paintings, discovering layers of other works that they covered up or that they made mistakes on. So that's how relationships are, that's how mistakes are. We can go back and rediscover them, see their influence, see their nuances, and we know it wasn't a completely fresh slate. However, we can go with a new joy, we can go with a fresh take, or with a correction paintbrush here, and we can end with a different work of art that maybe we love even way more than those first pieces, if we have the patience to truly amend and take care with what we're working on. So we're saying don't give up because of details, or because it's not a quick victory, or because we can't just crash and boom and get the result we want very quickly. That could throw us into an incorrect path. It could throw off our relationship or our artwork, whatever we're working on, our business path. Don't let one mistake deter the whole thing. Beautiful trouble, okay? See the beauty in the situation. See it as a dramatic plot twist for the moment. Don't see it as throwing off the whole romance or ruining what your day-to-day life can really be like. Your wish can still come true, and there can still be healing in this situation, okay? Let's go ahead and get a tarot card for this situation. How can we heal this situation? They're really saying don't rely on outward appearance, though. We have the Three of Swords and the Two of Cups. Yeah, it takes true heart to heart. There could need to be some counseling, to be honest. There could need to be, some of you might need some kind of medical intervention for something, and you need to allow that to happen. It's a Two of Cups that's pouring like a Temperance cup, so I feel like there's deep love here. But we might have to really acknowledge, like for instance, let's say we're back together with someone we really love. However, we broke up with them, and that hurt. That was something devastating. That was something scary. Maybe we betrayed ourselves. Maybe we didn't pay our bills on time, and we end up having a very scary time dealing with, housing insecurity or food insecurity or something, right? So it's like you have to build that connection back up. You have to show devotion and love. You have to show that even though now there's some glitches in our compatibility, we'll work with those juxtapositions, and we won't see them as the past breaks the future. Wow, we won't see it as the past breaks the future. We'll see a new continuum for ourselves, a new healing path, okay? We won't see the last album broke the bank and didn't break top 100, so now I can never be an artist again. We're not going to go into defeatism in this, but we're going to allow ourselves to be nurturers, to be creatives, to be authentic communicators and self-healers, and somebody who offers those involved healing as well, because we allow others to authentically share their pain, their disappointment, their wishes, and their hopes without rushing them, without false agenda, without, fake masks or just outward appearances. And that is what's going to allow us to get back in sync here. We got two people actually helping to pour. It's so beautiful. And as they come together, they create temperance together and are able to get these Two of Cups flowing together, finally together. I just want to say together like a bajillion times. There can be deep joy and deep success here, okay? So that's what I'm seeing, okay? I really wish everyone all the best. I'm so grateful for everyone who cares to heal and to recover from mistakes and to, bounce back or crawl back or leap back, however you get there. Thank you to our good spirit crews for guiding us with this message from the cards. And you guys know what to do on YouTube if you want to connect and utilize the different functions to show your love on this video. I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye!